back in the familiar Japanifornia courtroom. Time to take on the trial of this case. Now, I will say before we begin, I've been thinking about everything that happened over the investigation, and there are a few things that jumped out to me. One thing in particular that someone said I felt was worded way too specifically to not be a Chekhov's gun. So many things happened, and all the witnesses seem very antagonistic and suspicious. Roger Ratings seems to be the most antagonistic towards us, but in all honesty, I don't really think he did it. I have a theory, though, as to who the real mastermind is. I'm not going to say it yet, in case it turns out to be true, but for the moment, I have a theory. It's based on a few things that were said during the investigation. Now, let me just quickly check the evidence again. We've got the underground passage, we have this poster, which I'm sure is going to be important at some point, probably the injury. We have the script. I have a feeling this is only going to be used at the very end of the case to cheer up Trucy. Photo, fingerprint results, the fire bucket, which is definitely going to be important. The contract, which we now know is completely fake. The fact that Trucy didn't tell anyone about moving the lifts. We've got quite a lot of evidence, actually. The clipboard, the stage lift, the sword stand, and of course the show footage, so that's actually quite a bit of evidence. Once again, that comes back. He tends to do that. Oh, and this is the first time we're hearing the kind of defendant lobby theme for this game, which I actually quite like. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure he'd have a lot of pressure, because he's defending... he doesn't know, though. Yeah, Phoenix is putting a lot of pressure on him. And Apollo apparently knows this guy. Yeah, we're going to be meeting that guy very soon. Huh. And that doesn't qualify as cheating. Why? Oh, okay. Then again, that's pretty much what every prosecutor in the series does, so nothing special there. Huh. Like I said, sounds like pretty much every prosecutor in the series. Considering how bad prosecutors tend to be towards us, I don't think it went well. Okay. Phoenix believes in us, we've got to do this. And you can't let Trucy down. There's a lot at stake in this trial, and it's only the second case of the game. So I dread to think what's going to happen even later on. Yeah, now he is kind of sounding like Sudma. I wonder if there should be an I'm fine counter or something. Yep, time to shine. And, like I said, with all the witnesses being as antagonistic as they are, this is going to be interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how the testimonies go. Also, we get to hear Nayuta's awesome theme for the first time, which I've listened to in trailers and stuff. I love this animation. You can see Apollo's head poking through the crowd there. Hey, our old friend, Mr. Judgy. How you been doing? And we finally actually see Apollo up close. And our introduction to the prosecutor. I can hear his voice very clearly in my head. Well, that seems nice of him, except, yeah, he's gonna try and get everyone on his side now. Yes, they were forced to make do with him because they didn't have enough prosecutors here because everyone is too corrupt. Yeah, careful. He's also going to be doing everything in his power to take us down and make Trucy look guilty. Yeah. The real question is, why did he immediately say that it was a murder? I wonder if the opening statement will reveal it. At the moment, Nayusa talks pretty much how I expect him to. Also, it's kind of interesting how this is like a reversal. Now, instead of the defense, the prosecution is the one who's new in a country and unfamiliar with its customs. Yeah. Whose last rights is it? Whoa! Is it gonna be? Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm guessing this is just the general opening statement theme. It's kind of the first time they've had a specific theme for that. Oh, that's cool, but oh, okay, we finally know his real name. Man of Mystery. Pretty obvious what that's a pun on, but I had a feeling we'd be finding his name out at some point. I was suspicious that we hadn't actually known that yet. As obvious of a pun as Man of Mystery is, it's definitely better than Shady Enigma. I always thought that was the one name that just completely broke my suspension of disbelief. So why do you think it was a murder? What if it was a murder made to look like a murder made to look like an accident? Yeah, this has been off, but why? You know, I just realized, it's actually kind of a good thing that people don't know, the connection between, the defense and the defendant, because otherwise he could be probably severely accused of bias here, and maybe even taken off the case. You better have something better than Trucy is a nice person. That's kind of saying the same thing. That's what I was saying. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, okay. Don't you know it's rude to speak in a language no one else here understands? And there's that theme. Okay. Well, he certainly shares the Korean sentiment. That is actually understandable. Okay, but at least the judge is being a little more reasonable than usual. Or not. Well, at least it's... I don't know, maybe it's better than getting attacked by hawks. I mean, they say words will never hurt you, even though sticks and stones can break your bones. Yeah, let's be open-minded about flagrant abuse, yeah. Okay, it's probably gonna be Bonnie. Oh, no, it's... Oh, of course, yeah, it's... And she's actually munching again! Yeah, it's usually the detective on first. I forgot about that, so yeah, it's Emma. Does she still have the infinite ammo code on for those? Emma? Emma! Guess that means she doesn't like... what she's having to do here. Wow, she's kind of going back into her earlier personality. I do kind of like what they did with her. They've got elements of her Apollo Justice personality, but also her personality from the earlier games. Yeah, that's why she's so angry here. Okay then. I remember all of these animations now. Yeah, if she is working for the law enforcement. Does she get along well with any prosecutor she works with? Well, I mean Edgeworth, but she was never officially working with him. Okay. 13 years ago. Yeah, well, firstly, it says cancelled on that one. And, secondly, if we look at this... Okay. Same symbol. All the symbols are the same. It's just the cancelled thing over Mysterious. Okay, nothing else too different. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that was important. And I had a feeling something like that happened. Ah. Oh. Okay, so we know why he was kicked out. Yeah, pretty much. You have no idea. No, she hasn't. Wow, stealth insult. Yeah, exactly. The main prosecutor of the game usually seems jerkish at first, but they often get more development later. Oh, okay. I was wondering if there was something involving the victim at hand in this. Yeah, I sort of have two crazy theories overall. Both of them are probably mutually exclusive, but we'll see if either one of them turns out to be true. Then standard witness testimony graphic. Okay. Oh. Well, that seems to make sense with what we know. Oh, you're saying that she didn't want the secrets to get out. Well, that semi-makes sense if it weren't for the fact that Trucy is a nice person and wouldn't do that.
Objection! Objection!
Oh, he actually has an objection clip. Well, you see, we know that she absolutely hates the defendant, so she's biased. Of course, no one here knows that. That could have multiple different meanings. It's going to be give up, isn't it? Hi, Butterfly. Is this like his catchphrase or something? You know, this could very easily apply to yourself if she turns out to be innocent. Think about that. I had a feeling they'd play the coming back as an insect card. Really? Oh, the judge is as great as ever. Okay, let's show who really does have the putrid soul here. Oh, okay, so the penalty marks are different now. So, generally speaking, initial detective testimonies are just press everything. It's kind of funny that we had the detective fully on our side here, though admittedly Gumshoe was like that too a few times. Oh no, playing that card again. Well, in that case, then Gumshoe's been divine punished a lot. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. Judge, stop! Ugh. Okay, now, admittedly, this part does make sense. Because we did find the notebook among his stuff. Emma's being really uncooperative. Oh, fingerprints maybe. Yeah, so that's the reason why these detective testimonies are usually press everything. You often find out new information.
Hold it!
Yeah. Yeah, that matches up where we found it.
Hold it! Up to them!
Yeah, let's just maybe keep the bias out of this. That's not really going to help our case. And that's exactly what I said. No, they don't.
Hold it!
Yeah, this is what I was wondering too. Yeah. Yeah, another reason why I need to press things. Uh-oh. And that cancels out the good karma that she got before. So she's now even. Yeah, and she really doesn't want to get kicked out. Yeah, of course. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Oh, that explains the stuffed dragon, yeah. Oh, that explains a lot of things. Oh no. No, no fingerprints. Please, no fingerprints. This could be bad. Okay. Defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she must have moved it during the show. Let me just check for a moment. So, here's the stage diagram. There's the understage passage. The crime photo, seems fine. Prints on coffin lid. Ah ha ha ha! Oh! Crucy was wearing gloves, so that doesn't make sense. Let's also just check the... Oh, we don't have a detailed thing of, I might as well check the autopsy report as well while I'm at it. Shock as a result of being stabbed through the back with a sharp blade. Huh, died of shock, that's interesting. But I think here we definitely need to point out that, I think this should be what we need. Yeah, she must have moved it during the show. She wore gloves during the show.
Objection!
Yeah. Often if there is a flaw in the detective's testimony, it's usually fairly obvious and comes out through pressing. Yep. But she did touch it, didn't she? If she did leave prints on them, it wouldn't have been during the show. Well, and yeah, new version of Apollo's objection theme. Well, here's the thing though, that means he could have argued that it was premeditated and she moved that ahead of time. Maybe the Heracross level? Yeah, they would be pretty cool, because yeah, Heracross is admittedly pretty... And then there's that. Okay. Yeah, I thought this wouldn't be the end. Why are her fingerprints on it? Yeah. And she could have easily... This doesn't really disprove much. There's too much other evidence. Yeah. Huh. You're trying to trap us, aren't you? This is exactly like... actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. There's an earlier case in the series where you did get the option to say that a crime was not, like, 100% murder. But this is clearly a trap. Here's the thing, though. Obviously, by the nature of this game, I don't think this could have been an accident. There's really only one piece of evidence we have pointing to a true culprit, and that's the unidentified fingerprint, but... I think it's a little too early to be bringing that up. Okay. Yeah. That is the question. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? Well, let me just check things. If he was killed in the coffin, there would probably be blood there, and there does not seem to be any blood on the in any way on the coffin. There is also the fact, though, that his fingerprints are reversed. This does look very, very suspicious. So, alternatively, it was either that or he was killed under stage and then moved in there somehow, but I don't know. Either one of those could have worked. So, I don't know if at this point saying he was killed in the coffin makes sense. What happens if we say under stage? Yeah. The question was, how did those handprints get there, and why? What? And once again, prosecution throws things at us. And now I really get the feeling that he is voiced by Matthew Mercer. He definitely sounds like him. Oh! And, well, I would say, how do they get away with that in a courtroom? But given that prosecutors have got away with whipping people in a courtroom, yeah. It's just a thing of this series. Okay, clearly he has something to counter this. Haven't heard that before. No, swallowing a snake means doing something that ends up bad for you in the end. Otherwise known as, it's a trap. Well, that was obvious. That's the question. Yeah. Not really. Remember the third unidentified handprint? If that was the case, then why move the tape? No. No, it hasn't. Well, we know that he leads things exactly where he wants them to. Athena, okay. Wow, okay. Well, she's not the youngest who's ever had an attorney's badge, so that's the thing. Yeah?
Hold it!
You mean Trucy's not strong enough to do that? Yeah. Oh no, they're gonna argue the lift, aren't they? And they're really, really young. Yeah, you're gonna argue. You are gonna argue, yeah. What? Okay, if it's a witness, we can take it down more easily. Always the prosecution's problem. Who's really the one who's the cornered frog swallowing the snake? Okay, no second detective. Wait! Hopefully it was to us. I wouldn't say that. He didn't say in the next life, so that probably means actually, physically. Like, as in... actual salary assessment. Yeah. He can go either way, really. Not sure what to think of him at this point. Yep, it's her. Yes, there's a time and a place for everything, but not now. So the funny thing is, now would probably be the time where I say, cut the crap, we all know that your sweet and innocent thing is just an act. Thing is, though...
Talk to them.
Oh no. Yep, 3 strikes, you're out with this guy. Like I said, there are actually some things regarding Bonnie that I think are, well, anyway. I won't say now, but according to my theory... Yeah, so Apollo's remembering this. Thing is, according to my theory, part of this I think may be genuine. We'll see what happens. Okay, obviously we're gonna get nothing out of that. Yeah, I thought so, stage lift. Okay. I thought that would come into question. So she had to move that one. And it was already all the way up. Yeah, well, we know that. There's no way we can disprove that. Yeah, the video. And, unfortunately, we can't claim there's anything wrong with this video because the one who filmed it was completely taken in by her charms and centered the camera on her the whole time, so yeah. Yeah... There's a problem, though. I mean, there is the fact that Bonnie can teleport, remember that.
Hold it!
Yeah, let's not reveal what we heard, though, prematurely. Ha, I remember that place. Yeah, let's... Well, yeah, we know this argument already. I came up with it before the game even pointed it out.
Hold it!
The problem is, I don't think it's the stage lift that you were talking about. Although, admittedly, there's no reason for her to know that stage lift 2 was up at the time, because... Actually, wait a minute, no, you said you were downstage. Oh, okay. Oh, she's still here. Ah. Yeah, this statement just seems like it doesn't really serve much purpose, but I wonder if there's... Yeah, exactly. Oh no, are you gonna go on another rant? Yeah. Oh, and I talked over that again. Again, playing the badgering the witness card. So currently this is all just conjecture. There's no real proof that she actually used a lift or anything. So yeah, I think that's a problem. Definitely. Not exactly in her opinion. Really? Oh, that's where you're wrong. No, he was fully raised to begin with. That is another pretty good line. Okay. So we know that. We do know that she was, but I'm going to press this anyway. Granted, she does have a teleportation trick. Depending on how solid it is, I might have to suspect you also, depending on... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so... Right. Still thinking about my theory. Oh yeah, this mistake again. Yeah, but she accidentally made him stand on the right of the coffin, and that was why Trucy had to, do things. Unless that mistake was no accident. Yeah, and here's the thing. Huh, really? Okay. Okay, so you kind of had to press that last one to show this. Well, I'm glad I didn't prematurely present Stage Lift 2. No, we won't! We won't hold it back anymore! Really? Huh. Huh. Yes, Coronius Tell is a real place, and you will be sent there at the first sign of insubordination. Anyway. I have an idea what's going to happen now. Yep, I knew it. Yep, I thought so. This is going to be interesting on someone who's as two-faced as she is. Yep. It's Mood Matrix time. And I'm really glad for this, because I really love the Mood Matrix. It's one of my favorite new mechanics in the series. It's just... they did some really cool things with it. Like, it was probably one of my favorite aspects of Dual Destinies. All of the Mood Matrix segments, they were all really great. And just the whole concept of it, too. Really? Really, Athena? Postal stress disorder. Yeah, well, if she shows that again, we can see how she's really feeling. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Athena Sykes trying to sort of mislead the court into thinking that the witness has something like this, but still. And yes, explanation for people who didn't play the previous game. Oh, they do, actually, definitely. Definitely. We might be able to find out something interesting here. I do, yes. Of course we do, we're the player. I've already played Dual Destinies, so I guess I can talk you through it if, any of you haven't. Now, the first one should be pretty much either forced or obvious. But after that, there might be a few, so let's check how she's really feeling. Yeah, certainly a lot of anger here, but let's see if any of it shows up. Okay. Okay, like sadness, that makes sense. You were on stage at the time. But that terrible mistake, lots of surprise, a little bit of sadness. Okay, that seems normal. That's clearly not normal. Why are you a bit happy about that? Okay, that's definitely what we need to point out here.
Got it!
I like the kind of logic that you have to use for these segments. This one is kind of obvious, but... yeah. So you feel a bit... must be because... yeah. You were happy because... are you really? The problem here is that this... the problem here is that they could easily claim we're making this up. The only other witness we have to collaborate this is clearly biased in our favor, so... yeah. So, her grudge against Trucy's coming out. Oh, it's not totally gone, though. This might reveal some new information. I'm pretty sure this thing would have been forced if you did do the Mood Matrix tutorial. Yeah, let's see how you really feel. character you're supposed to be. Huh. So we need to make her show her real self then. For some reason, I get this theory that from what she said there, Bonnie is not her real name. Okay, let's... Oh, here it comes. Oh god, wow!